Good morning from sunny Leith. I thought we'd have a go at one of these video blogs, or vlogs as the kids call them. If it's not morning where you are, then good afternoon or good evening. Please select the appropriate greeting for your current situation. So I've got an exciting day planned ahead. I'm probably going to go down to CeX and take some DVDs in and try and make a small fortune on the classics that I'm going to throw down on the counter. I've also got a voucher for a record store in Leith called Vinyl Villain, so I'm going to go in there and try and see if I can't pick up something in there. So that'll be exciting. If there's anyone watching who's like, Jesus Christ, this is boring, you're probably right, but if you make it to the end, I'll promise you that there will be cake. That's a promise. So make it to the end, watch this all the way to the end, and there's cake in it for you. So you can enjoy my dulcet tones and then enjoy some cake. So I'm going to go and get some breakfast, and then I'm going to go and sell some DVDs. First, walrus selfie, and second, Oscar the Bengal cat selfie. Oh, he's fucked off, he didn't like that. All the classics packed up and ready to go. Okay, well, it's a beautiful day and I'm just on my way to CeX. I notice, you'll notice that I keep calling it CeX. All the company's advertisements, they call it CeX, which I think is a bit off-putting, but and there's plenty of jokes that could be made. You know, this is the only CeX you nerds will ever get, but I'm going to refrain from making any jokes like that. So here we go. Let's go and see how much you get for these DVDs. I've got about 100 in 2 bags, so this may take some time. This is CeX. Look at all the wonderful stuff in the window. So, just out of CeX, they took one of my 2 bags and rejected the other. So they took about 50-60 DVDs off me, and I made a grand total of £17.16. So that's just the biggest receipt you've ever seen. Okay, so I'm just home after that massive CeX binge. Check out this giant receipt. It's the same length as my bloody kitchen table. Let's have a quick look through this. There's a cheeky box set of Harper's Island, 90p, breaking the mould there. Scrooge, 90p. Tokyo Gore Police, 150. Impressive. Ooh, Eat, Pray, Love. It's only a penny. Some brilliant movies there. Metallica, 70p. Pop as ever. 2 copies of Eat, Pray, Love. What the fuck was I doing with 2 copies of that? Oh, Silence of the Lambs, 30p. My Winnipeg, 90p. A really random film. Oh, these 1p movies, Under the Skin, 30p. Quite a good sci-fi film. Reykjavik, very weird Icelandic film, 30p. That's not bad chat. Whitehall Live, 1p. Unsurprising. Oh, £6 for Dark Souls. That's the best one yet. 70p for short film about killing. I don't think I ever watched that. 150 for Godzilla. That's the 1954 version, not the terrible 2000 with Daniel Broderick. Matthew Broderick, not Daniel Broderick. All the 1 pences, Innocent Voices, I haven't a clue what that is. Veep Season 1, 70 pence. It's a kind of an American version of The Thick of It, but not as good, or at least the first series wasn't. And then all the rest, 1 pence until we get to the Polar Express. Again, never even watched it, but 17.16. That'll pay for a couple of coffees and a toasty maybe. Not bad. Okay, so let's have a look through some of the rejects that weren't deemed acceptable to CeX. Okay, so whole bag. You can see the cat's shadow in the background, or the cat signal, if you will. You probably won't. Anyway, Terminator 2. I know that was rejected because there's a missing disc, but awesome film. Cloverfield, good film, probably scratched. Good documentary. Copland. Peep Show, excellent series. Must be a scratched disc. We got The Adam and Joe Show. I don't know why that's been rejected. Precinct 75, brilliant documentary. Absolutely brilliant. What else we got? The Ring. Anvil. Cape Fear, great thriller. Strange Days, very strange, for want of a better word, sci-fi movie. What's this one? Best in Show, quite a good mockumentary, basically taking the piss out of crafts. Some more Peep Show Series 2. This is a strange film which all the characters are just apes. Humans acting as apes. There's no actual ordinary dialogue. This is brand new, so I don't know why that would have been rejected. Longest Day, one of the best war movies ever made. Rejected for some reason. Biggie and Tupac, great documentary about the rivalry between Biggie Smalls and Tupac and what ultimately led to their deaths. Again, I've no idea why that was rejected. Born to Kill, Myra Hindley. Well, that's just, you find that in pretty much every charity shop, so I'm not surprised that was rejected. Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai. Cult classic. I've tried to watch this multiple times and can never get through it. Big Bang Theory Season 1. It's kind of lived its course now. I loved this when it first came out, but pretty sick of it. Mother's Crossing, great Coen Brothers movie. Must be scratched, but otherwise I don't know why they would have rejected that. What else we got? No Country for Old Men, another Coen Brothers film. Again, it must be scratched. Stalker, now, this is a interesting film. The film itself was inspired by the book A Roadside Picnic by a couple of Russian brothers. And it's an excellent sci-fi novel. Okay, it's so shit it's good. Time Cop. Why would you reject Time Cop? Especially with that tagline. Murder is forever, until now. Jesus. Itchy the Killer. Insane film. Again, this is quite new, so at least I bought it quite recently, so I don't know why this has been rejected. Screamers. Classic sci-fi. The Third Man. Oh, I actually bought this in Vinyl Villains. I'm going there later today. This is an excellent thriller set in Vienna. Orson Welles vanishes and one of his friends tries to track him down. Edward Scissorhands. This film's batshit crazy. I'm not sure I like it. I'd reject it. The Grinch with Jim Carrey. Never seen it. Looks awful. Frost Nixon. Got insanely good reviews at the time. I kind of watched it and then got bored a little bit halfway through. Probably be quite good if I gave it a chance, but it ain't happening. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. What a film this is. Unfortunately, it's an American version and it's covered in shit. So I'm not surprised they rejected that. Why would they reject Kung Fu Panda? Except for it's a knockoff version from China. So that would be why. Belleville Rendezvous. Okay, so I bought this in CeX and they rejected it. So I don't know what the problem is, but this is a batshit crazy French animation. Pretty good. The less said about that, the better. Good series where Johnny Vegas plays a drug dealer. Ideal. Anastasia. Yeah, it was rejected because it was scratched, unfortunately. So, it's a shame. SpongeBob SquarePants, a movie. Again, why are all these films batshit crazy that I've got? Chopper, pretty good film. I've only watched it once. One of those ones I bought and never watched ever again. But I've had it for like 10 years, so why I've not tried to get rid of it before now, who knows? Sex and the City Season 2. One of the discs was scratched. And apparently they're crying out for these people always coming looking for them, but today was not your day. Sorry, ladies. Random Scottish football season highlights. Not surprised I didn't take that. Social Network is a rental copy, so obviously they're not going to take that. Good film though. Along Came Polly. I've never seen this, but I've heard it's good. But Ben Stiller, he's shit now, isn't he? Games Exchange is shut. Just heading into Vinyl Villains. What treasures await? So just home and nipped in past the Chinese supermarket on the way. Got some free food on the way in, which is good. gelatinous. So here's what I got from Vinyl Villains. Howling Wolf, the rocking chair. Some nice old school blues music, so I'm looking forward to listening to this. I also picked up a copy of Deep Purple's classic album Machine Head. So reissue obviously, but it's on 180g heavyweight vinyl. People say that makes a difference to the quality. I don't think it really does, and it's kind of annoying for me because it doesn't work properly with the automatic function on my radiogram. It just, the records are too thick and don't drop, so kind of fuck 180g heavyweight, but they do have kind of a nice chunky feel to them. So anyway, that's a classic album. Listening to that too. I found this random Nirvana radio broadcast, which was actually pressed last year and limited to 500 copies, which makes it sound rare, but you know, it wasn't that expensive. But yeah, it's a nice collection of tunes on here. Some random ones that I've not heard. Nice artwork as well. The last thing I got was a cassette tape of R.E.M. Monster. So, what's the frequency, Kenneth? That's a classic. So there's some good tunes on here. A lot of these I don't know, but apparently this is a rockier R.E.M. album, so looking forward to listening to this. And there we go. So earlier on today I went to a place called 305 on Leith Walk, which is a cafe, and I got an absolutely massive sandwich that I could only eat half of. So I've got the rest to take away. Salt beef, pickles, lettuce, and spicy mustard. This is going to be good. Nom 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 nom. So I think that's probably enough for one day. For those of you who made it all the way to the end, I did promise cake, so as promised, I'm just shitting with you, there's no cake. The cake was a lie. For those of you who've played the game Portal, well, you should have known better. There's obviously no cake, there never was any cake, and sorry about the subterfuge, but needs must. It's a long video and there's got to be some incentive to watch it. For those of you who made it to the end without any reward in the slightest, hats off to you, well done. For those of you who thought you'd be sneaky and skip to the end and get the cake without putting the hard work in, no luck, I fooled you. Nah. Damn, that sandwich was good.